Perfect. Okay, so good evening, everyone. Welcome to UniVoyage again. Today, with me, as you can see, a lot of other faces. These are the faces of IIM Bodh. That is, we today we have with us the admission committee and the IPM committee of IIM Bodh to tell us about the IPM program over there. And so with us, we have 6 people. First person is Dr. Prabhat Ranjan, who is the admission chairperson of IIM Bodh. We also have with us Dr. Raveesh KrishnaKutty, who is the IPM chairperson. Dr. Teena Bharti, chairperson of placements. Dr. Chandan Prasad, assistant professor of marketing. And 2 students of the admissions committee of IPM 01, who is Madhav Agarwal and Saumya Yadav. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the live today and agreeing upon this. So we'll first start with, let's say, Raveesh sir telling about the program in general. How did the thought of IPM start at IIM Bodh? Why start IPM at IIM Bodh, and how is it going right now?
Thank you, UniVoyage. It is a pleasure being here. And last 1 year, you have supported us in all ways. So thank you for that. IPM at IIM Bodh, actually, with new education policy being introduced by the government. So we also thought of starting a 5-year integrated program. That was the idea started. And then we structure out our course structure. So when we structure out our course structure itself, we are in mind that it has to be, it should be for everyone and should uplift their students' knowledge. So if you look into our course structure, it is visible in our website. You can go and watch. So it is a semester-based system. It is not a tri-semester. It is a semester-based system, so that any student from any background can, match up to the management subjects. They are not familiar, they can get familiar and then go ahead. And the way the course structure is aligned, it is from very basics to the advanced level. So in the first semester, the first year entire courses are basic courses. From the basic that we start advanced. And it is a mix of everything. If you start with maths, it starts with the liberal arts, like music, dance, yoga. And then we have courses on economics, we have courses on and the core management subject like marketing, finance, HR, and OB. So each and every subject that we have, and then communications specifically, and then skill based course like IT related courses. So that if you take every semester, you have courses in each and every area. So it is like 10% of liberal arts and 10% of general management and 10% of core management courses, so that any student can cope up the subject and then aligned, and then they can mold their career. So that's how we plan, and very basics to the advanced level. So year after year, they'll be able to catch up the things. So it is not like our course structure is not of not much of mathematics, but there is sufficient mathematics, but not much that anybody can catch. So like that, every subject that there is sufficient thing that we catch. So that is our our aim of capturing the students. And the next is we thought of for students after engineering as well as medicine and some other PCM courses, there is no other opportunity in institute of eminent importance, national importance, like IIMs. So that's why we thought of we should start such courses, so that we can cater to the needs. Many students in the country are going outside to get a better education because we doesn't have sufficient seats in the premier institutes. So we thought of giving an opportunity and serving to the nation by creating such programs, so that our students can learn and study in India itself, and that they don't need to go abroad. That is another aspects of this program. And the next, we at Bodh Gaya, we are we are proud of our that this place, that Bodh Gaya. It's a place of enlightenment, and it's a place of mindfulness, that we call it. It's a place of mindfulness, and then we believe that, and we practice that in the students, because this this pandemic era of last 2 years, that we faced a lot of things, And every company, every multinational companies and leaders started talking about mindfulness and in the well-being. So we are also, our course and our institute itself is focused from the very beginning, the theme of mindfulness and well-being. So that is our core. So, and the next is IPM at IIM Bodh. It's a 5-year integrated program like IIM Indore, IIM Rohtak, and IIM Ranchi. But the difference is here we are offering a BBA plus an MBA course. First 3 years, the student will get a BBA. So they will be learning a basic management courses. At undergraduate level, they will be going through the basic management courses. So all the management courses, they will be learning it. And then if they qualify for a minimum CGPA that we put at 5.5 CGPA, if they have, then they can move to MBA. So they need to have minimum 5.5 CGPA to have MBA. Now, that first 3 year, after 3 years, they have an option to exit from the program. If they don't like to continue with the IIM Bodh, they can exit and they can join wherever they want. So, in that case, he will be given a BBA degree, the BBA certificate they will get. So, basically, the student will get at the end of 5 years, the student will hold 2 certificates. That is a BBA degree and an MBA degree. So at the 5 year, when they convocate, they will have both undergraduate degree as well as graduate degree. So that's the difference that IIM Bodh has in terms of the degree. And we are like other institute that we also offer a foreign exchange program. We are also giving a need-based financial assistance for students, other than a government scholarship for underprivileged people as well as economically weaker section. Whatever the government scholarship, over and above the government scholarship, the eligible students are given a need-based scholarship from our end. So we are already providing scholarship to the students. And we strictly follow the government reservation rules. So whatever the government reservation, we will be strictly following. At this year, we are increasing our seat from 60 to 120. We will have 2 batches of IPM at this point. So that many the opportunities, we are creating more opportunities in this regards. And our fee structure is already there in the website. And in the Bodh Gaya as a place, Bodh Gaya is in a, it's a tourist destination. It's you can say have almost all basic needing facilities like nearest airport is very close to the campus. It is in the city itself. Within 1 kilometer, you have a very big market where you can have all the items which you want. And then we have nearby hospitals and a railway station within 10 kilometers, which connect Howrah to Delhi, that you can have Rajdhani. So these areas, the connectivity is very good by rail, road, as well as train. So there is no issue in case of connectivity to reach the campus. And so that's for all over the program and the place and things. And welcome everybody. That application process is started from last 10th of this month, and it will go up to June 10th. June 10th is the last date. So I'll ask everybody to please apply as early as possible and prepare for the entrance examination. Our entrance examination, again, it's called JIPMAT, Joint Integrated Program Management Aptitude Test. The JIPMAT entry to IIM Bodh Gaya as well as IIM Jammu is through JIPMAT. And in case of IIM Bodh Gaya, we are considering only the JIPMAT score for getting into the program. So the eligibility criteria is minimum 60% mark in 10th and plus 2, only 60%. So a student has 60%, scored 60% at 12th as well as 10th, he will be eligible to apply for the program. And then his selection, after that, his selection is strictly completely based on the score that he achieved in the JIPMAT, nothing else. There is no interview and there is no other score, nothing. We are considering for the preparation of merit list. So it's only directly the JIPMAT score that we are considering. So that is another advantage for many students. Somebody may be thinking that I'm not scored 90% at my 12th or I'm not scored 90% at my 10th. And don't worry, that we are not bothered about your 90%. We are bothered only about the JIPMAT score and your the minimum eligibility that you have, that 60% criteria. The 60% is now it's a minimum criteria for every job, so we are also following that. And there won't be any interview where somebody is not good at communication. Somebody is not communication means in talking or delivering something. You are not good. You are not good at interview skills. So we are not bothering, because we believe you are 12th class student. We can mold, and we have such courses so that once you reach to the graduate level, that MBA level, you will be in a position to conduct sit for interview. So that's why we are not bothered. We thought we had a long discussion on this. So then we finally arrived. We are not going for any interview. So that is another advantage for many students, that here it's not. So if you prepare well, even now you have enough time. It is 3rd July is the exam. So in 3rd July, you can easily score. Our exam is strictly based on 10th level mathematics. So again, it's not going for graduation. The 10th level CBSE NCERT syllabus, if you prepare, it will be well enough for the examination. Only one thing, the JIPMAT this year will be much little tougher than last year. Last year it was very simple. This year it will not be that simple. The level will be little higher. So in your preparation, you should keep in that mind. Don't take exactly what last year happened. So same thing will not happen. So thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Raveesh sir. From what I understand, from whatever you said till now, to sum up, the multiple differences and changes that you have mentioned is one, IIM Bodh Gaya gives BBA degree, and unlike IIM Indore, which gives BA, and other IIMs also give a BBA degree, but IIM Bodh Gaya also gives a BBA degree. The second major difference is that it's not having a trimester system; it's a semester system, and you have an exit option. And now the seat intake has been increased from 60 to 120 seats. And there is no interview in the admission process. It's solely based on JIPMAT after qualification of 60% eligibility in 10th and 12th. So to sum up the entire talk, this is what I understand. But also I love the fact that you considered the brain drain aspect of Indian knowledge, that you didn't want to give up the knowledge that India has, that we are going outside and studying, and you wanted to create that right over here, which is really good and appreciative. Apart from that, one general question to Chandan sir. So, sir, basically, you must have had this ideal candidate profile in your mind while conducting interviews for IPM 01, let's say Madhav or Saumya. So how is that an ideal candidate for IIM Bodh Gaya that you're looking for? What are the qualities they should be having? And did you find them and you're looking for better ones, or what is the current situation, sir?
As stated that we don't have an interview system, and is totally based on your JIPMAT score. Yes, but we are looking for the student who is very meritorious in nature, who has zeal to work under the pressure. Don't say that under pressure means it's too much work on there. You have the work, you have the classes as well as the extracurriculum activity. We encourage our students to participate in all extracurriculum activity so that overall growth will be happened. They are not going only for the study. After, they have to manage everything. So we prepare our students in such a way that they study hard as well as they participate in a sports activity, cultural activity, whatever the activity happen in the surrounding. They also go for the rural work. They also go for the NGO to serve the society. All these things we are trying to promote under our IPM program. So we're looking for the student who have the zeal to work under all these conditions.
Got it.
All right. Thank you so much. Firstly, good evening, Vedika. And I just wanted to ask you, like, I had this conversation with Raveesh sir last time also. And I believe Bodh Gaya is very helpful to even those students that are not able to, financially pay for the course. So can you just explain the loan and the scholarship procedure, if there is any, for the students that are applying?
For IPM program, for admission, that for MBA as well, we have tied up with 3 banks like Central Bank, SBI, and Punjab National Bank, which I think. So 3 banks already there, and they are giving a loan up to 40 lakhs. That's a cap. And at the the lowest interest rate at present. At present, it's I think 6.8 to 6.7 or 6.8, but it might increase because RBI is going to increase the rate. So it is the lowest interest rate that IIMs get from banks. So there is a loan arrangement is available. And over and above that, economically weaker section people, we are providing scholarship. So there are various government scholarships. So if there is such government scholarship, we are arranging through the government scholarship. Over and above that, we are giving scholarship. So last year we around around 2 crores. So that's what we kept aside for scholarship to various programs. So this year also because if the seats are increasing, the scholarship amount that we set aside also will increase, and that will we give the scholarship as tuition fees. What is the tuition fee? The tuition fees is what we give as a scholarship, and based on their performance. So the scholarship they don't get in the moment they join. The scholarship they get once the semester complete, looking at their performance. They will get the scholarship. So it is not, it is it is basically the merit that we look the merit. So the students are economically poor section, and they are very good at studies and they're meritorious. Definitely they are even eligible for getting 100% scholarship. So based on their performance, the scholarship amount will be vary.
Yeah, I think that's a very big advantage, and it just shows that meritocracy is being given utmost importance. Sanskar in the chat has written, "Hello, sir. How has the first year been so far for the IPM 01 batch? Is there any feedback from the students?" We have students over here, so maybe they can only take this up, and then sir can add on. Sir or ma'am, either one can add on.
Hello everyone. First, I would like to share my experience of 1 year at IIM BG. Everyone, each individual here seems very great and of fun, and at the same time responsible. I was able to make many friends. All of those late night meets, submissions of assignments, group study, and those random talks made me comfortable at this place, and my journey fabulous. And at the same time, this journey has been wonderful, and I can already tell that it is going to be better only. That's what.
Well, for me, I think same with Madhav. The journey has been fabulous. It has been stimulating too, because for all our peers, they are equal, like they're equal or like better. So you have to be on your toes to be like the same like level as them. Plus, the environment is very stimulating and fun with all the cultural community fests that we all keep on having. So it was really fun.
So actually, if adding to Madhav and Saumya, the main cheese is last year it was a pandemic. So it was challenging for us, and the session started very late. We started at October. The class started October, but even after starting October, we finished our first year in the May 1st. May 1st we completed, and the students are now under vacation for 1 month. So 40 days vacation for them, and the class will start June 13th sharp for the second year. So even after all these things, we could finish the entire session on time. It was a little tiring session, but towards the last 2 months, all of them were campus. It was completely offline. There was no online classes. We kept completely offline, and everything we could, we could do it, and the students supported well. And again, adding to that, our campus is under construction. So we are hoping, it is progressing very rapidly. The latest videos are available in YouTube that you can search. We at present we are expecting by December we'll be moving completely to the new campus.
All right, thank you, sir. Do either of you guys want to shed some light on what are your favorite courses, and like how difficult is the academic aspect? Is it doable for a non-math student?
Yeah, so personally, being from maths background and also my keen interest towards math, I personally like 2 courses here. One was advanced mathematics and another was business stats. And since I was from science background, I never studied commerce. So cost accounting was a very fun subject for me. I started gaining interest in that. So overall, these 3 subjects were great fun for me. And like a student who comes from non-maths background, the life won't be hard for him or her here, because teachers teach here from the very basic, like as if we are starting from class 11th only. Yeah, that's from my side.
From my side, my favorite subject, like right now, it's marketing because it's really fun because we have practical and hands-on experience with all the group activities that we have. And I think for the non-maths, I personally am from maths, but I have friends from non-maths background, and they can, I think, I can testify to that they do not have any difficulty coping up with the course because the subjects are aligned with the like 10th level mathematics. It starts there, and then they teach us the first few months of it.
Okay, that's pretty cool. The fact that we have two people who diversely like finance related and marketing related courses, and that too in the very first year. I think this is something that IPM IIM Indore kids will be slightly envious of because this is introduced to us at a much later stage in our 5-year journey. So in the chat, Abhay Singh is asking, because the admission criteria has changed, what can be the cutoff for this year for Bodh Gaya? What should be a good score?
Prabhat sir, would you like to explain?
Yes. Admission criteria I changed. This year only JIPMAT score will be used. Since this is, we get to know about the cutoff when we have some other information also, like what is the distribution of the scores of the student who have appeared in the similar examination. Last year, approximately 5,000 students appeared in the examination. This year, we are yet to know how many of will appear. It may be 7,000, 8,000, or maybe up to 10,000 students will appear in the exam. As well as the level of difficulty will be different from the last year. Last year, some of the sections were too easy, that this year will change. And again, it also depends on how many of the students from the top will join. Let us say we are having, it is again category wise distributions are there. Out of 120, 100 seats are gender neutral. Out of 100, 40 are for general category. So top 40, wherever that 40 count will be completed, till that point admission will be offered. It is not that we have any pre-decided cutoff. Overall cutoff, there is nothing pre-decided cutoff, that out of 400, if 300 you scored 300, your admission will be there. Let us say more than 350, our 40 count is completed, then our cutoff is 340 or 350. If our that 40 count clocks to, let us say, 290, then 290 is the cutoff. So it all depends the actual admission that happens at the end. So that's how the cutoff will be decided. But yes, there is a significant change from the last year. Last year, there was no sectional cutoff. This year, we have introduced sectional cutoff. But again, since due to lack of data, we cannot say what will be the sectional cutoff. It all depends on the actual performance of the candidate. After the exam will be over, we will decide the cutoff. And again, it will be taken from the distribution. Whatever is the distribution of the score that is actually there in the mark sheet. From there, it will be decided.
All right. We had floated a Google form before this live webinar, and a lot of people have asked questions over there also. So I'll just quickly run through them. One question was that what will be the level of the paper this year? Is a non-math student going to be heavily disadvantaged?
See, there are other examination of IPMAT that is there. Some of the IPMAT actually takes mathematics from +2. But here we have clear-cut instruction that we will ask mathematics from class 10 level only. If you have, you must have studied the class 10 mathematics in class 10. The syllabus will be similar to that one only. Obviously, to standardize it, we have asked NTA that it must be from the uniform CBSE syllabus. So class 10 CBSE syllabus will be the syllabus for quantitative aptitude section. There will be no +2 mathematics. So there is no disadvantage for the student who have not studied mathematics in +2. All of you must have studied. The only thing is, let us say if you have not studied mathematics in the last 2 years, you have to just brush up it, you have to revise it a little bit. But the syllabus will be same, whatever you have studied till class 10. So that is about mathematics. There is no disadvantage for the student who have not studied mathematics in +2. Any other admission related queries?
Right. So, there are two queries in the chat only by Devansh and Neha. Both of them are asking how much should we score in class 12th. I think they missed the start of it, where Sir just said that you don't really need to worry about your class 12th or your class 10 scores. JIPMAT is what they'll be considering.
60% minimum eligibility.
That is the minimum eligibility criteria. If you, let us say you are from the general one or this EWS one, if you scored 59, then you are not altogether eligible for your eligibility criteria are not met. If you are 60 and plus, your eligibility criteria meets, and hence there is no problem.
Right. Someone in the form has also asked, as we know that IPM program usually costs around 30 lakhs and you have to take an education loan. So I just want to ask, will IIM Bodh Gaya be giving us sufficient time after clearing the exam so that the loan gets sanctioned?
See, the loan process, whatever we are having tie-up with 2-3 banks, all the banks have sufficient arrangements. They will provide you the loan. They will process it in 3 to 7 days, at max 7 days they will take. Usually on an average, whenever you submit the document, like when we offer, when we give the admission offer to the candidate has to submit certain documents like identity proof and mark sheet, 10th, 12th, and this JIPMAT score, our admission offer. From there, they will take 3 to 4 days. Entire process is online. There is a, just you have to get contact, the bank people will contact and will let you instruct whatever other things they need. If they need anything, all these things can be arranged in 3 to 4, 5, maximum 6, 7 days. It will not take beyond that. Last year, a student also have taken such loan, and in the MBA course also the similar process is there. Usually 6, 7 days back people, they do reimburse this term 1 fee. There are a student who pay term 1 fee from the loan directly. So this can be easily arranged. There is not an issue.
Right. Thank you, sir. I think everyone's clear now that it's not a very extremely complicated process, very doable, and there are a lot of resources and people to help you. So you
and
don't
one
need
more
to...
point in this one, there are banks, certain branches and certain banks have sufficient power to provide cheaper loan for the students of IIM, not this particular IIM, but for all other IIMs. Certain branch and certain banks, they do have without any collateral. Even this loan can be given without any collateral, without making parents as co-borrower also. A student can be the only borrower. There is no collateral that is needed, and bank can sanction up to the maximum cap is 40 lakh. That much amount bank can sanction and finally reimburse and all those things. Ongoing process, whatever is the due process is there, they follow and they do this. They do provide. Sometimes the students have confusion that if I do not have the money to pay collateral, money to pay margin money, here no margin is required. Whatever the total fee, let us say it is 30.5 lakh, the whole money during that 5-year study bank will pay. There is no margin money required to be paid by the candidate also. So 100% finance facility is available. Even mess charges bank can pay. Most of the other all the charges can be paid by the bank, and this no collateral, no parents as co-borrower also. So all these are the facilities that is exclusively given to the IIM students.
Right. Thank you. And Anjali from the Google Forms is asking us that what are some of the extracurricular activities that are present related to sports and housing facilities.
So Madhav and Saumya.
So we have many curricular activities here, starting from cultural events. Last month only we had a cultural fest, and in sports we have a badminton tournament last month and also a cricket tournament. We do have a gym here and a table tennis court, that's all, and also a basketball court.
Yeah, I think same for the culture community. It's very happening community. Like, and we have events regularly. Even in online mode, we used to have events like Coffee with Cultcom and where we interacted with our seniors. And for sports committee is also very regular. We had like many tournaments, as Madhav already mentioned. So yeah, it's been fun.
So,
Adding on to that, could you just mention the list of like clubs and committees that you have so that it's more clearer for the students who might want to join?
We have a club for every domain, starting from Pragati Club, which is a CSR club, then finance club. We also have a HR club, a marketing club. We also have an incubation center known as eCell. And we also have committees like we are from admission committee. We also have cultural committee. Then like we have club and committees of every domain.
all right, and I think it's pretty amazing that even you guys are part of, I believe you all are also a part of this committee, and I'm sure that you would have gotten a lot of opportunity to learn a lot. I mean, seeing that clearly you are here with professors to communicate with people outside. So that is pretty great. Someone wanted to, Devansh asking, is it important to have extracurricular achievements? If we don't have, does it put us to disadvantage? I can again reiterate everyone's point here, which is that JIPMAT is only going to be considered, right? So I don't think that students would be at a disadvantage because of any lack of extracurricular activities or anything of that sort. So someone was asking from the forms, that would the PGP and IPM batches placements be conducted together or separately? I think we have Teena ma'am also over here. So
yeah, so hi everyone. Yeah, this is a very common question which is often asked from us. So as Raveesh sir has already mentioned that IPM is a combination of BBA plus MBA. So it means that IPM students would be treated as MBA students of IIM Bodh, and hence the similar kind of placement opportunities would be provided to them. So need not worry about the placement there.
thank you, ma'am. We've gotten it directly from the very source, that is Teena ma'am. So I don't think students need to be worried at all. This was mentioned somewhere in the chat also, and I hope that your doubt has been cleared. So in the chat, we also have Lakshana.
I actually have a follow-up question to ask Teena ma'am. So basically, like you said, IPM and PGP will be considered similarly. So what do you think is the prospect of IPM at, let's say, IIM Bodh, or in fact, let's say the program in general at different IIMs? Like, is there going to be the demand for IPM students different from that of MBA students? What according to you?
So when they are doing IPM from IIM Bodh, actually they'll be passing out as having a degree of MBA from IIM Bodh. So the similar prospects would be available because we are not at all differentiating between IPM students and the MBA student. The core idea of floating BBA plus MBA is to give similar level of education and at par thing. So hence, they might be joining us as IPM because it is going to be a 5-year integrated program. But then again, it will be a BBA if they opt for an exit option after 3 years. And if they wish to continue with us, then it is going to be an MBA degree from IIM Bodh. So I hope I have answered the query.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
If I add with the Teena ma'am, the placement, the opportunity when you talk, only thing is an IPM student may not have an industry experience because they would have not worked from industry. They will be a fresher. So for that, to capture that, we will ask our IPM student to have a lot of internships at their own level, and we'll create that opportunity so that they will have a internship, and as well as they are the people from very beginning now onwards in committee, like Madhav in admission committee, there are cultural committee, there is a IPM committee, there is international committee, there is media and PR committee. So we have a various club, and we have finance club, marketing club. So domain specific and then interest specific. So there are various committees, clubs and committees, and these students are now itself started leading the clubs. So once once the 3-year complete, when they go for MBA, they will be the heads of all these committees and clubs, and they will be leading. And not only that, and they will be, their basics will be very thorough. They will be very good at concepts. The companies which you like, they need students with a lot of thorough clarity in concept, like example, like a finance, the finance jobs. The finance jobs need a clarity. The clarity is more important. A marketing job need more active and postgraduate students. The students who are participating in all these activities, they will have much much extra advantage than the people who directly join MBA. So, and here it's a 5-year journey, and they have sufficient time. I feel many of my students will start their own startup rather going for a job, because we have an incubation center, and it is motivating the students from very beginning, and they have enough time to think for a startups. Not like an MBA student, they just come for 2 years in first year. The time passes within very, very limited time. They doesn't have much time, just a year to think whether should I go for a startup or not. But here they have enough time to experiment and then go ahead. So the opportunities are different when we look into IPM students rather than MBA students.
Right. Sorry, Lakshita, that you had to wait. I'm going to repeat the question that was being asked earlier. What is the basic? So Lakshita is asking, what is the basic overall level of JIPMAT, and is it possible to crack in 15 to 20 days? So I know that you have already spoken about the level part, but maybe the preparation aspect, you can throw a little bit of light on that.
Yeah, again, if I ask our Madhav, Madhav and team actively, doing an Insta as well as YouTube channels on how to prepare the preparation. So they had a taken class and everything is going on. So if a student has follow, our social media, they can get the knowledge. And I feel let the Madhav talk on that. So much better.
Yeah, of course. You have sufficient time if you are saying 15 to 20 days, because as Prabhat sir mentioned, here maths is being asked till class 10th level only, and everyone studies math in class 10. So you just need to brush up your topics till class 10th level and just practice and give mocks, and analysis of the mocks would be more important. And considering the VA and LR part, VA would be fine if you have a constantly reading habit from your childhood, or maybe just you need to read books and all. And in LR part, LR just follows a pattern or a series. If you know the pattern, then you can of course solve the questions. And also, we have uploaded on our channel the preparation strategy series of our toppers, of the sectional toppers. So of course, you can see that too.
Okay, got it. So now let's move on to a little fun part maybe, which is the foreign exchange and internships at IIM Bodh. So basically at IIM Rohtak and Indore, the structure is in the sense that at the end of second year or at the end of first year or at the end of third year, you have internships. So in that manner, is there a particular structure that after first year you have this particular internship, and then after second year you have foreign exchange, and is there some criteria that they'll have to fulfill in order to be eligible for foreign exchange?
When we talk about internship, we have internship at the second year. That is a rural immersion. It's a 2 months compulsory program that I mentioned in the very beginning. Like IIM Bodh believes in well-being, believes in rural, helping rural and mindfulness. So we want our students, as a management student, we should touch the society. The society is the first. If you don't understand the human and in the society, you cannot plan anything. You cannot market anything. You cannot create an idea of what the society needs. So that's the basic idea, and and not only that, and the rural India required the management, the help. So looking at that, and our Prime Minister's motive, that Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. So we have IIM Bodh Gaya had 5 villages adopted in Bihar nearby our campus. So our students will be working for 2 months, maybe NGO, and we have already tied up, and we are trying to get in tied up with NGOs and other things. So there will be 2 months internship, role internship in this year, second year of their program. And then they will have a industry internship that when they will be at MBA. So when they go for an MBA, they will have a industry internship. So in the total 5-year program, there will be compulsory 2 internship, that is rural immersion as well as industry internship. So rural immersion in the second year and industry internship at the 4th year when they will have 4th year. And when it comes to foreign exchange program, so we have tied up with many institutes and we are working on it. So for Indian foreign exchange program, there will be eligibility criteria. There will be minimum cutoff on CGPA. That a student will have a 6.5 and above only will be eligible for foreign exchange. But this year we are trying to send our entire batch to foreign country. So we are trying, but I cannot confirm that. But we are trying. Our focus is to send the entire batch to foreign, that to the 3rd year last semester. So when they reach 3rd year and last semester, we would like to see our students to go. And we want that most of them, settle or pursue their career or higher studies in foreign country itself. So that's why. And being that mind, we have included foreign language in our course curriculum. So there is a Spanish course. The student will be learning in a 4 semester, like a semester 3, semester 4, semester 5. And the 3 semester, they will have a 90 hours class on foreign language, Spanish. So complete Spanish they will be studying, because Spanish, if you know Spanish, most of the European countries that you can travel. So Spanish, because they understand Spanish, and the Spanish plus English, you can manage. So that's keeping in that view, the Spanish course, a compulsory course that's floated in our curriculum. So they will be 3rd year, they will have a 15-hour class, and 4th semester, they will have a 45-hour class. And again, in the 5th semester, they will have 30-hour class. So that it will be covering really the required, the course hours, so that they can get a certificate from Spanish certificate also, language certificate. So that's how we are planning for an exchange program. And it is on process.
Adding to the sir point, sorry, I'm interrupting in between.
Yes.
So we have total 22 plus MOU with most of them the European university. And the student have the chance either they go in the 3rd year, or once they enter into the MBA, they can go in the 4th or 5th trimester, or maybe the 6th trimester. So you have the 2 opportunity, either you go during your BBA, or if you are not able to go during your BBA, then you can go for the student exchange program during your MBA class, MBA time. So 2 opportunity, BBA time as well as the MBA.
Yeah, I forgot it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for clarifying. So there are 2 basic direct doubts right now. First of all, you said, sir, Raveesh sir, that you mentioned there's an exit option after 3 years. So is it a sabbatical? Do you also have a sabbatical that they can return back?
Right now, we are not thought of sabbatical. Right now, there is no sabbatical. In future, it might come. So like the way the seating is. So next year, we might again increase seats. So we are experiencing, we are just started 1 year only. So we have to see how it is going. So sabbatical and all can come after in future, definitely.
Okay, sir. And there was one question in the form response. A person is asking, I have Bihar government EW certificate. Is it valid? So what would be the answer to that?
Yes, it is valid. It is valid.
All of the category certificate is issued by the respective state governments only. Central government do not issue any of the certificate. But yes, there are certain things that is written on the certain formats. In case of EWS, if at the bottom it is written, the candidate do not belong to the caste belonging to SC, ST, and NCOBC central list, then it means it is in the central format. If it is written NCOBC state list, then it is in a state format. This is the primary, you can say, thumb rule to check it that it is in the central format or not. So just refer to the last line. If it is written central list, it means it is in the central format. You can check yourself.
We accept the central format actually.
Okay, sir, got it. So finally, wrapping it up, each of you, like Teena ma'am, Prabhat sir, Chandan sir, and Ravi sir, each of you could give like a final advice to aspirants or any student who is preparing for JIPMAT or willing to apply to IIM Bodh Gaya. What is your advice to them, and what should they be doing? What should they be looking at? So we could start with Raveesh sir and go on to others.
So for me, please apply very fast. There is only another 10 to 15 days more. Don't delay it. It's a golden opportunity. It might change your career the way you wouldn't thought of. So don't wait. Please apply. And it's a wonderful program. So please apply. Thank you.
From my side, visit the NTA website, find out the sample paper, start preparing.
Prabhat sir.
Since it is only JIPMAT score, try to maximize your score in the JIPMAT, that is overall all the 3 sections, as well as sectional cutoff also, because there will be sectional cutoff. And yes, in examination, there will be no sectional time. Move from the question to any time. Without any sectional, but is there. Your maths is good, so you are doing maths only, just ignoring the English part, that okay, overall I will score, but no, you have the sectional score also. That's all.
Yeah. So from my side, I just have to mention that this is going to be your golden ticket to pursue MBA from an IIM, and this would be a lifetime opportunity. So just push yourself a little bit, and you never know what life has for you. So all the very best for your JIPMAT examination, and hope to see you. Thank you.
So just adding one thing that Prabhat sir mentioned, that there are sectional cutoffs. So don't leave each section, like just concentrate one section. Your score may be good, but you may not be able to get into it. So ensure that you attempt in each section that you score a minimum mark, so that you will not suffer at the end. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, UniVoyage, helping us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, all of you, for turning up and giving us your time. If the aspirants have any doubts, I'm sure they can reach out to the admissions committee by calling, email, and even Madhav and Saumya, I believe, would be very useful in guiding you all on any kind of tips to prepare for the exam and how the life on campus is. So yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.